Okay, so whenever you're ready, we can go live.
Good evening, all you minties, and welcome to another episode of Was It Really That Bad? With
Yes,
the amazing synopsis Amanda
I love that you give
and
yourself names. All right.
the uncanny Omar,
Yep,
who, of course, it wouldn't be a show if he hasn't already interrupted me at least twice.
twice. Mm-hmm.
So, how's everyone doing in the chat? First off and foremost, it's raining here in Kentucky, thundering.
Thunder. Is it really?
It was just a minute ago.
Okay, so that is in case
Damn it!
anybody. What?
I already spilt beer on myself.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in case anybody, when we get cut off or when our live stream ends, is because it was raining.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case. Just in case. So yeah, Amanda.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, go ahead.
What are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today? I'm sorry, guys. I have to get my notes. Got all my notes. We are talking about Ghost Rider. So we decided to let you guys pick between either 2007's Ghost Rider or 2012's Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. And you overwhelmingly chose the original Ghost Rider. Came out in February 2007, starring Nicolas Cage as Johnny Blaze, a.k.a. the Ghost Rider. Also has Ava Mendes as Roxanne Simpson, has Peter Fonda as Mistopheles. Wes Bentley plays,
Eva Mendes.
Yep.
And
Eva
for
Mendes.
those that didn't know, Eva Mendes. And now,
The more you know.
the more you know. That's right. All right.
I'm so glad I left that on there. I love that for us. Wes Bentley plays Blackheart, and then there's a couple of, supporting characters that we see throughout. Sam Elliott is our narrator / Carter Slade, and then Donal Logue, which is one of those actors who has always in like every movie. He plays his like pit crew chief, Mac. So, and Brett Cullen, another actor who played most recently Thomas Wayne in The Joker in 2019, is also in this as well as Johnny Blaze's father, Barton Blaze. So there's quite a number of actors in the film. And obviously it is the origin story or a origin story for Johnny Blaze. So I guess we should start off with the synopsis is if everyone is ready to go.
All right, let's do it. Everybody ready? Everybody get your drink ready?
Everybody ready to go? Okay. I only had like half of a beer, so I'm still a little with my senses.
A little with your senses. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention the director is Mark Steven Johnson, who also did Daredevil. So Marvel gave him a second chance. And he also wrote Elektra. So they really either were desperate for directors or just wanted to give him a second chance. So with that said.
Okay. Who distributed this movie?
Okay, so it is a Columbia Pictures. So Columbia Pictures had the rights, which reverted back to Marvel in 2013, around the same time Daredevil did. And then, but Sony distributed the movie in a lot of countries.
So it was Sony.
Yes, but Columbia Pictures actually had the rights, which is why they reverted when they did. I'm sure if Sony actually had the rights, they probably would have tried to hold on to it like they do with Spider-Man, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, are we ready to start?
Okay. I mean, whatever you want.
Okay. All right. So, starts out with the narration, old Western style, Sam Elliott, perfect for that kind of narration, telling the story of who the Ghost Rider is, the legend of it, and basically the story hones in on the contract of San Verganza.
Wow, look at you. That's pretty good. That was really good. Like rolling of the R's and shit, man. Really good. You would have done my girl Ava proud.
I'm sure I would have.
Oh, they're coming tonight.
You don't even have that many. Okay, I'll bring it. Let's just put this one up. Let's just get it over with. There we go. That's the one everyone wants to see.
How dare you?
That's what everyone wants to see tonight.
How dare you?
Sexy Ava Mendes.
Hey, that's pretty talented, though. She can do that with both eyes.
All
right. What happened?
The contract to San Venganza is basically our MacGuffin for the film. It is a contract that the devil, Mistopheles, made. It contains the souls of 1,000 people from San Venganza, all these evil souls, and it can bring great power to whoever, I guess, consumes it, reads it, whatever the case may be. And so the current Ghost Rider at that time, which is Carter Slade, decided he did not want or think that the devil needed to have that power. So he ran as fast, or he galloped on his horse, because this is that much long ago. There were no cars. It was a long time ago. The Old West. He went as fast as he could and escaped the devil. How? I don't know how. And so apparently the contract has been lost. So cut to not present day, but Johnny's youth. So Johnny is a teenager, played by Matt Long. He's a young Johnny Blaze. He does motorcycle tricks with his father for a carnival, and they kind of go around doing that. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of a hothead, kind of jumps in first without thinking about stuff. He has the love of his life, Roxanne Simpson, and they've casted a phenomenal girl who has no credits really.
Her name is Roxanne.
Roxanne. Yep. Thank you. That's
no.
I kept thinking about it while I was watching this movie. Plus I've been watching a lot of Community lately, like rewatching everything. Mm-hmm. So he has the love of his life, but her father doesn't approve of the relationship. She thinks he's not a good guy, that he's just worthless. And so Johnny obviously has a lot of baggage under his belt and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But then he finds out that his father is dying of cancer, because his father happens to leave a medical bill or a letter out that says he has cancer. And so he is working on his bike one night, and who should show up but Mistopheles? And he just kind of goes along with this weird old dude coming in at him in the middle of the night.
Mistopheles? Like the cat?
No.
Mr. Mistopheles. This is Peter Fonda, by the way.
Yes.
Actor that played. I assume they were going to go with Mephisto, but I don't know why they said whatever.
I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same character. Just Mephisto's shortened for Mistopheles. I don't know. Let's go with that. It's fine.
Sure, let's go with that.
Does it really matter? Okay, so just some old dude shows up in his barn, and he's kind of weary about it, but he seems to be okay, because the guy's like, I can make your dad's cancer go away if you agree, basically, to give me your soul. And he agrees to sign the dotted line, and next thing he knows, wakes up, and his dad said he had his appointment.
Okay, so apparently his rights are tied to FF because of the Silver Surfer. That's right. He made his first appearance. It was the Silver Surfer 3, I think. So that's right. So Mephisto, they couldn't use the name Mephisto.
Okay, so Mistopheles is close enough. Right?
Always reminds me of the cat. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, am I going to keep saying Mr. Mistopheles? Yeah, probably. All right.
Maybe. I would say so.
So, hold on. I got to go back to this. So his dad is healed from cancer. So Johnny's like, wow, this is pretty cool. And then during all this, Johnny's dad finds out that Johnny plans on leaving town with Roxanne to get as far away from their life and her father as possible. And he's like, basically, I don't want to grow up like you, Dad. And his dad's catchphrase, you can't live in fear, kind of comes out there. And he's like, take my favorite bike, Grace, my fastest bike. Take her, because her dad is going to call those cops as soon as you reach that county line, and you'll never make it. So he takes Grace, and as he's driving off to get Roxanne, a big to-do crash accident happens in the carnival top hat? Nope. Round top.
The carnival. Right.
The carnival.
Wow, look at you.
The round top. And he runs over and realizes his father died. And so,
Same director. Yep. That is the same director as Daredevil, which was horrific. But
and he still is
Top
directing
Cat.
things.
Big top.
Round top.
Top Cat. This guy with the hat and the vest.
Round top is a battlefield in Gettysburg. My bad.
Okay. Because where is Gettysburg?
In Pennsylvania.
And where are you from?
Pennsylvania. There's big and little Round Top. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. So, he realizes that he is the reason that his father died because, of course, the devil, he tells him, I said that I'd heal him from cancer, but doesn't mean that I won't kill him still. So Johnny goes and runs off and has this really weak accident that I think was supposed to kill him, because
Mephistopheles. You can call him Mephisto.
Mephistopheles
Okay
is like, oh, I can't have
what
that.
hilarious.
Yes, we are
Amanda
going to bring that
texted
up.
me that, and I
And
was like, yes,
I
no.
think I have a picture for
You
that,
do
don't I?
not. No, you didn't.
Yes. Oh,
You
I
haven't?
did.
You did?
I must have forgotten
Was
it.
that it? Was that it?
I don't know. Nope, it's
I think
probably
it was
not.
it.
That's Ava
Oh, yeah.
Mendez. I really
Oh,
thought I did.
that was close.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I have it. Hold on, I'll download it quick.
While she's doing that, just a little more.
Anyways, so
Where
yes, Will Smith is in it.
Was this from the movie? I don't remember this.
No, you just wanted to download it.
Carry on with your synopsis, Amanda.
Carry on. Okay, so what happens from there? So he breathes the life of the Ghost Rider inside of Johnny Blaze, or touches him and gives it to him. And he says, I'm going to call upon you when I'm ready. And so Johnny realizes that he is stuck with this evil curse because of what he did, and he rides off without Roxanne, who was waiting for him by their favorite tree. So we flash forward to adult Johnny Blaze, played by the incomparable Nick Cage.
Now, whoever they casted as young Eva Mendes, Roxanne, was freaking like it looked
and
just
she doesn't
like
have
her.
any. I looked her up, and she has no credits really, like, except for some minor stuff and like Accepted and things like that since this movie. So
Yep.
Yeah, but
Amanda, here's a question from Chanda Suk.
Yeah.
Can you list the movies these gifts are from so I can research later?
I don't know I don't know what he
she
picked those movies from.
Just randomly picks things. So I don't know how she finds these things. All right. So what happens next?
All right. So we flash forward. Johnny Blaze is a big hit. He is a superstar in the. I'm gonna just let you handle the comments. And
I got the
pop up
comments.
The ones you
so
think
far.
are more
Oh,
interesting.
look at this.
Oh, Lionheart, thank you for the super chat.
I got you, man. I got you guys. For research. That's right, Tevin.
For research. Yep. So he is this, big famous, like, trick motorcycle dude. He has a pit crew, which is headed by Mac, which is Donald Logue's character,
who was also in Blade, so already in Marvel movie,
and then later in Gotham.
Yeah, but that was bad.
Playing Harvey Bullock. The TV show. Yeah, some people liked
I didn't like it. Did you like it? Man, we can talk about that another day.
He was also in The Patriot.
Omar, we'll send you some links. What's your Dropbox? Okay. Yes. I agree. I think Nicolas Cage. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because all I kept thinking also during this was the Nicolas Cage episode where Abed took the course on Nick Cage, and he kind of watched all the Nick Cage movies about whether Nick Cage is good or bad actor. Anyways, so we will talk about that here in a little bit. But let's finish this, and I'll try to be faster than I usually am. Okay, so as he's about to jump 24-wheelers, he has this weird satanic vision, and he ends up crashing. But he still survives because he can't die, right? Because the devil kind of owns him. So he's not going to die.
Mr. Mistopheles, not the devil.
Well, he's the devil, let's face it. Because I don't think they have a rights on the devil. Because maybe, I don't know.
Not going to argue Gotham is good, but can we really call it bad during a Ghost Rider movie?
Good point.
You never know. Amanda and I could have ended up loving this
Mackenzie
movie.
from the OC, and it went on for and Jada Pinkett Smith and her entanglement, so it went on for a few seasons.
What the hell?
Yeah, so you have this. What?
No, I just learned about the entanglement thing.
Yeah, I know. I just told you about it on Sunday. So what happens from there? So Donald
Eva Longoria. No, Eva Longoria was great in Desperate Housewives,
which is pretty much all about what she was good in.
Wow, really?
I'm not a fan of her. Okay, so Mac's kind of like, dude, you have to knock it off and stop taking all these risks. Meanwhile, we are introduced to our main villain, which is apparently not Mephistopheles. It is Blackheart, played by Wes Bentley. I have a GIF for you. He's right here. There he is, looking very Wes Bentley in every Wes Bentley, every movie where
Now,
he has played.
this is the kid that was up for the role of Spider-Man because after American Beauty,
Yeah,
he really wanted that role, and he was pretty heartbroken when he didn't get it. And
see why he didn't get it though.
can we get this GIF off though? Because
Yeah.
that's okay. There we go. Thank you, Amanda. Wow, you knew exactly where I was thinking. Okay,
Yes.
continue.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know he was up for the role, but I believe Tobey Maguire was a better pick. He is just too villainy looking. He would make a good villain, probably, for one of Spider-Man's villains.
Not in Ghost Rider.
Not Ghost Rider, but okay. So he plays Blackheart, which is the devil's son.
Evan Mendes is with Ryan Gosling. Like
yes,
right now. Right
yeah,
now.
they have children together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They also had a movie together too. I think that's either where they met or they were already dating when they did the movie. But it's pretty sexy.
Okay.
Probably not as sexy as this GIF. Can I show the GIF? Can I show the GIF?
Yeah, so Amanda found this kid. Now this isn't me, fellas. For all people, like, what is happening in this?
No, I can't.
I think they were in a movie. That is some major ass playing right now. Like, where is that from?
We weren't sure if we were losing advertisements over that, so I was skeptical. So I don't know.
I don't care. This stream is not about making money.
Ava Mendes and Nick
Obviously,
Cage
this episode is not brought to you by Box Wine.
It is.
That's how classy I'm keeping it.
Lusher.
No, it is not. Anyway,
So
go ahead.
Historically good beer. Okay, so where was I? So Blackheart comes to this old desert town.
Me too. That info. I don't know how she found it. I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, and she's like, "Can we show it?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course we can show it."
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how that, but I was just so absurd. I had to show it.
No.
So he shows up at this desert town.
Fruity Red Sangria.
Yeah, he doesn't like
Booty got to be played with. I think that's a T-shirt.
Not my T-shirt. Maybe yours. Okay, so
all right.
If I wore that T-shirt, I feel like it would be an open invitation. So, did you see what Hayden said?
Yes, I did. So the second GIF was shown. Your minute is no longer sponsored. What we totally are still. Desperate Housewives plus Box Wine was my mom's Sunday night for like a decade. That was my Wednesday evening today. All right. Do you think, Amanda?
So, he basically is looking for this contract of Sun Venganza, and he finds 3 of, I guess, the devil's like cohorts, which is Gressel and Wallow and Abigor, and they all have different weird evil powers, I guess, kind of generic, and they join him to basically find the contract. And the devil, of course, is not happy about this, and there's clearly some issues where Blackheart feels like his legacy with the devil is in question, or he feels like he's not the favorite, that the Ghost Rider's the favorite. So there's all these random issues that kind of just throw up there. Then we cut to this amazing scene where Johnny and Mac are having a conversation about his anniversary ride he does for his father's death. Mm-hmm. And while Mac's trying to have a serious conversation with him, this is what happens.
I love that. This is so Nick Cage, though.
He sits down and watches. he ignores Mac, sits down and watches. I think some what did I say? A monkey kicking a board, like a karate monkey. Mm-hmm. It was a cartoon, and he's kicking. No, I think it was a real monkey kicking a real board, and he's watching it.
Yeah, that was.
And he just is laughing at it so obscenely, and I could keep that on the whole time. And so, basically, he decides he wants to go.
Greg Garlou said the movie that we got that clip from is Bad Detective for Call New Orleans. If you want to see Nick Cage grab Evan Mendes' booty cakes for research purposes, thank you, sir.
Booty cakes up and down and up and down.
You want to keep going? I could.
It's a
I can do this again.
That booty work. That's what I keep thinking.
Like, that wasn't even me interrupting you. That was the chat.
Yeah, I know, it was the chat.
So there you go.
All right.
Then what happens?
So what does happen? All right, so he decides he's going to do this whole thing. So they are about
Amanda's
to.
already losing the
I'm
plot.
so loose the plot. I'm getting distracted by Ava Mendez's butt right now.
We don't even have it up anymore.
I know, but I keep thinking about it. Okay, so we
You keep
cut
thinking
to
about it.
yes.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
we cut to the day of his special anniversary ride. He's supposed to be jumping a football field length worth of trucks, I believe. And as he's walking down, and all of these reporters are asking him questions, and Mac's like, "Oh, he doesn't answer questions." And then there's a familiar voice, which is Eva Mendez's voice, who's like, "Well, what about if it's an old friend or something like that?" So he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll talk to her." And of course, he is weird in his weird Southern hick accent, asking her, "How you doing? You look good." And she's trying to ask him questions about his race or his jump. And after he sees her, he's like, "That's a sign. We're gonna change things up. I'm gonna jump a bunch of Blackhawks." And so all of a sudden, the
Which, why not?
why not? It's pretty
That's
cool.
a hell of a jump.
Yeah. So the helicopters descend.
I wasn't shaming her, Nocturne.
Which, yeah, he's not.
Yep.
Not.
That was Amanda doing, not me. Well timed though. Well, you take a swig.
Yes.
Carry on.
Okay, so he manages to clear the jump because he's thinking, and it was his dad's idea to do the helicopters. He just when he had a flashback, he's like, "Oh, wouldn't it be really cool to jump some helicopters?" So he finishes the landing because he's thinking about Roxanne. She has already left because she's like, she got her interview because she has to, because she's a reporter. Because that's typically a job that Eva Mendes would do in movies at the time, be a reporter. Because she also was one in Hitch, and she actually plays pretty much the same character, wears the same clothes. They pretty much, I think, just took the stuff from Hitch and then rolled it over so she could play Roxanne Simpson.
Okay, I feel like you're typecasting my girl, though. I mean,
in 2007, I would say that's pretty accurate.
No, she is known for many talents.
That's not her.
That
wasn't her.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong Latina. Damn, that was racist.
I am so glad I was
Ava. I'm so sorry, Ava. Yeah, I got Ava.
That's her from the other
Hitch?
guy. Nope. That's her as the doctor and the other guys. The one who's that's what it looks like. So this is her in our movie, which is exactly what she wears in Hitch too. So she had left already. She's on the interstate, and after he gets the landing, he drives off to go find her and Grace, and he tracks her down, nearly gets himself and herself killed. Well, not himself, because he can't be killed, right? And he asks her to go to dinner with him that night. Well, as he's planning, he tells her, this is fun.
She's kind of hot.
He tells her, "Do you want Italian?" And he says Italian, because I wrote it down here. He wrote Italian. He said Italian. So he tries to go to meet her for dinner. Unfortunately, he starts hearing the voices, the whispers, and the motorcycle starts to come to life. And then Mistopheles appears, and he points to him. He's like, "You stay away from me." And he basically is telling
him. That was pretty good. You sounded just like him.
Yeah, I just sound like Nick Cage. I could do the crazy. Wait till we get to the part where he starts laughing and turning into the Ghost Rider. So Mistopheles basically like, "I need you to go destroy my."
It's again starring Eva Mendes. Great Carlou's got you.
Yes.
Something to do in the bayou, or I can't remember.
Okay.
Nick Cage. Well, this is the different Nick Cage though. This is like Raising Arizona Nick Cage or Face Off Nick Cage.
This is different Nick Cage.
This is what's his name? Betty Sue Got Married. Nick Cage. Oh God. Yeah. Method acting Nick Cage.
Method acted, or this Nick Cage. Actually, no, it's more like this one. Nope, not that one.
This is what happens when I put you in charge of you.
No, he's like, bad dad. Okay. I think it might have been too big. Okay. So basically, Mistopheles is like, "You have to go ahead and get rid of my son." And because he's trying to get the San Venganza contract, and I don't want him to have it because I don't want him to have all that power. So if you do it, I'll release your soul from my service, and you can live in your normal life. So that's when he becomes the Ghost Rider. And as he does that, Blackheart, they all appear. He fights them, and
Underwater.
there's like an
I
action
remember
scene.
watching this with my brother, and he was like, "Why isn't his flame going out if they're underwater?" And I'm like, "Because he is a supernatural being,
Yes.
not real fire."
Yes. Cool. Okay. So, and then during that whole thing,
They
after
use a
he defeats,
CGI six-pack on Nick Cage.
yeah,
They
I
did?
guess. Oh, I think he's
I
talking
just
about.
thought he was working out.
I think he was just working out
Okay.
in this scene. I think he really just working out. That's pretty legit. So he has a fight with one of his bad guys or one of his lackeys, and they're defeated. And as he's riding off, he also encounters a mugger who's mugging Rebel Wilson, doing quite an American accent as
Yeah.
some punk rocker, and he uses his penance stare, which doesn't know what it is at the time because he hasn't discovered all of his powers yet. And basically, the penance stare, for those of you who don't know, which I can imagine that all of you do because you wouldn't be watching our show if you didn't, but in case you don't know,
Penance stare.
wow, that really worked really good. So
I got
basically, the penance stare is where he stares into the eyes of his victim or whoever it is, and they relive all the pain and suffering, all the people that they've ever hurt or killed, and it makes them die. So there you go. So this guy dies, and of course, the next day, Nick Cage or Johnny Blaze wakes up. He's in a graveyard, and we meet Carter Slade, the caretaker of the graveyard, Sam Elliott.
Carter Slade in the comic books, he was the original Ghost Rider, but he was the guy on a horse. So,
and he still is.
Later on, they renamed him the Phantom Rider. I want to say in the comic books, but in originally he was the original Ghost Rider that has not really any ties to the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. So
okay.
Are you taking a freaking selfie in the middle of an episode?
Yeah, just real quick. I like this.
Who are you posting it to?
I know, my ex-wife had a pen and stare.
Millennials, man. No offense to any millennials.
Oh, wait, hold on. Shonda Sook wants me to pen and stare. What would be my pen and stare?
I don't know. Let's...
Okay, is that good enough?
She took a selfie on stream,
and
right?
I'm going to post on Instagram. So if you want to follow me at @LastGeorge.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
You know what, Leo?
I shaved, man.
He looks better with the beard, right? You like it with a beard.
I don't know.
My husband finally shaved his quarantine beard, and he has a mustache now, and I hate it.
Ooh.
He looks like a creepy McCreep.
There's only a few people that can pull off a mustache. Henry Cavill and Tom Selleck.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say or like Burt Reynolds, something like that.
Burt Reynolds. Yeah. Have I really seen this movie? I don't know. Maybe we're in the middle of a discussion here as to what happened.
Yes. Okay. So basically, he has this whole fight, and I do enjoy when and at the same time you have Ava Mendes' character getting drunk at the restaurant waiting for him, and
waiting for him, right?
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, am I not pretty?" I'm like, "Oh, shut up! You know you're pretty. Like you expected any less of him. You've been like he already left you once. Why are you so shocked that he would ignore you the second time?"
Are you talking about my girl Ava Mendes?
That's not her. That's like a Victoria's Secret model. Like legit, that's a Victoria's Secret model.
Maybe I just searched Latin X.
You are disappointed.
No, it was
disappointing me. Okay.
Omar, everyone you do near men is fellow millennial. You're a patient man. Yeah, I guess I could be taking selfies and uploading it to my MySpace.
I've been taking selfies since I had to turn a actual physical camera, like my digital camera, around to take it. So I'm good at selfies.
Oh, she's amazing. We were in Canada, and what the hell she was doing? She was literally taking a selfie of herself. And I'm like, we're all right here. Why don't you just ask one of us to take a picture? She's like, because I need the angle to look right. I need to be looking up and like shocked, like I'm behind. Oh my gosh. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So
Latinx. That's not even Ava. Right. I learned.
Okay, so Ava Mendes obviously is very upset. And then you had the caretaker kind of explain the whole Ghost Rider thing, which begs the question why Nick why Johnny Blaze didn't even ask him before. How do you know all this about the Ghost Rider? He tries to get him to
It's
stay
that
in
old guy. It's
yeah,
Sam, and he's
obviously.
in the
Sam,
graveyard.
he
Obviously, he
knows, of
knows.
course he knows, right? There's no so that makes logical sense. And he's like, "You need to stay in sacred ground, stay at the church." Of course, he doesn't want to because he needs to apologize to Roxanne.
I apologize to you, Tavon. Was that your
But
girl on the GIF?
I think so.
Ah,
But
sorry, dude.
Roxanne is not having any of that
I mean,
stuff.
it's gonna make those OnlyFans happy with those selfies. Those aren't the type of selfies they're paying for. All right, so what happens next?
All right, so he tries to apologize to Roxanne, and in doing so, she just says, "You know what? My dad was right, and I reject you." And then you see this scene where he's trying to get a hold, instead of staying with the caretaker who clearly knows what the Ghost Rider is, he leaves and he just tries to figure out his powers on his own by doing some research. You have your obligatory research scene, and he does that.
That scene? What?
Yes, he has, and that's when she comes to the house, because after she told him off and said, "I don't want anything to do with you," wait, you're getting ahead of yourself. Before she comes and says, "You know, I've been thinking about what she said, and I want to apologize to you," even though she was mad at him. And then they end up kissing, and then he tries to tell her that he's the Ghost Rider, and she's like, "I don't believe you, and that's all made up, and now you're just trying to figure out lies." And it's very confusing about where she stands on if she wants him or not. So she leaves again after he tells her that he's working as the Devil's bounty hunter. Yeah,
obviously I don't drink out of box wine. This is one of the few.
At the same time, at the site where Johnny had
I'm sorry, I was having a conversation with Nocturne.
Oh, sorry.
You can take a selfie and I can't talk back to Nocturne. I'm sorry. Tell your mom to text me on how to do this properly, because I don't know. I'm running low on wine and I'm a cheap ass, and I just want to make sure it's like toothpaste, like rolling that. Nobody else does that, maybe. All right, are you still taking selfies, or are you good?
No, I've also was invited to a live party for Color Street. They're like these nail strips. I was just checking in on it.
Are you doing a live party of Color Street right now while we're doing this show?
No, I'm not. Okay, so Blackheart has been searching for this contract, and he ends up tracking it down to a church, because that's where the guy said that the guy at this one site said it would have been taken after they exhumed the place. Okay, all the bodies that were buried. So he goes to this church to try to find it. Meanwhile, at the scene of the crime where he killed...
You caught that, did you, Tavon?
At the same time, Nick Cage has been arrested by the police because when they were looking at the crime, the scene of the crime where that mugger was killed, they found some of his like trick stuff. So like obviously Johnny Blaze did it. So they take him in, and at night he turns into the Ghost Rider. So he's like, "Dude, you really just gotta let me go. I didn't do it." They lock him in a cell, and of course these criminals decide they want to mess with him, which leads to him fighting all the criminals as the Ghost Rider, and then he leaves the one kid alone because he's innocent, and then he gets out of jail to go fight Blackheart. So what happens from there? Oh, he also steals a guy's jacket, thus completing the outfit.
No, not before he gets those spikes on those jackets.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Then it completes the outfit.
He's like, "I like your jacket. That was cool."
So Blackheart tries to get the contract, but it's not at the church, so he doesn't know where it is. So in order to get to the contract, he goes and kills Mac, poor Donald Logue. He never gets to survive in a movie, and he
kind of the same way too. Like he kind of fades away, gets his soul sucked out of him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you're getting some great comments in the chat. You're on point tonight with the synopsis.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm trying my best here. I got a lot of notes, guys.
No, I said that was a compliment.
Oh, I just have a lot of notes, and then in between my synopsis notes, I also have my comments. It just gets. I don't want to miss a thought as I'm thinking about it when I'm watching the movie. So
I miss thoughts all the time.
So
it's okay.
He kills. So basically, what he does is, he goes back to the caretaker, and the caretaker's like, "You just gotta stop. You gotta stay away from friends and family and people." And of course, he's like, "Oh, Roxanne, duh. Okay, so he goes to find Roxanne, who goes back to his apartment again. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
And Blackheart has kidnapped her after killing Mac, and
Blackheart.
is basically like, "I'll give you back your girlfriend if
If
you bring me the contract." So he goes to the caretaker. Turns out the caretaker, because he finally tells us his secret. He is Carter Slade, and he's been hiding this for centuries. He has the contract hidden in a shovel. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to ride with you. I only got one ride left in me, which, let's be honest, I'm really not quite sure how the mythos works with Ghost Rider, like how many rides until he's done being the Ghost Rider is. So I'm kind of confused about all of that, but it's fine. They don't need to explain that to me,
you know what? I don't care. This scene,
It's
best
pretty
scene of the whole
badass.
movie.
It is the best
scene of the
scene.
whole movie.
The two of
Best
them
scene of the
going
whole
at it.
movie. That was awesome.
Sam Elliott's a phenomenal actor. So he basically decides that they're going to fight Blackheart and they're going to save Roxanne. And Nick Cage has a fun line. He says, he may have my soul, but he doesn't have my spirit. He's talking about the devil. So after that, he has to make sure he gets to him before daytime. Of course, Blackheart tries to take his other two guys to stall him. That doesn't work, but we do lose Carter Slade. He gets to the spot where Blackheart is. They have an epic fight. You get to see him finally use his powers. Lionheart has a super chat that we're going to have to throw in that.
We need more Ghost Rider Omnis. Happy birthday, Omar, tell David. Yeah, we only got one, right? And we just got two of the Marvel Masterworks featuring Johnny Blaze. I did find out of another omnibus today, though.
Ooh, are you going to share?
I'm excited for it. I don't know if anybody else would be, but yeah, I'm excited. I can't share it yet because it's still in the works.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's still like, we're thinking about this. And they asked what I thought. I was like, yeah, I'm down with that.
Can you share?
It's not my David. That's the joke, Nocturne.
His birthday is March 14th.
Thank you. 1985. So anytime that it's they want something like a omnibus, they ask by saying "Happy Birthday, Omar." That's the joke. So it's and no, you don't need to say happy birthday if you're doing a super chat. Good point. Good point, Roberto Rodriguez. Your name always reminds me of my boy in Art of Fighting, the video game. Anyway, Amanda,
we're almost done.
Yeah, you do your thing.
Yep, we have a fight. They fight, and he does eventually succumb, or, he gets all the souls. He does ingest them all 1,000 souls. And this is when Johnny realizes he can defeat him.
Oh, wait. Real quick, though. Seriously, it's your birthday, dude?
It's your birthday?
Oh, everybody raise a glass to Nocturne. He's one of our oldest fans. Not oldest,
How old
by age.
Today?
26.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday. If it is your birthday. If it's not...
Feliz cumpleaños.
Yeah. Well, look at you. Muy bien.
My cat's here with me now, guys.
There's somebody staring through your window, by the way. There's a face.
Shut up.
All right. Let's do it.
Finally, to defeat Blackheart, he ends up using the penance stare, which means that all the souls inside of Blackheart now have to see all the bad things they've done, and that essentially kills Blackheart. So, and he doesn't just immediately wisp away as an ethereal being. He still has his corporal body, which is very interesting to me. The devil appears and he's like, all right, Johnny, I promised you get your soul back. So let's make this deal. And Johnny's like, nope. He's like, I am going to keep this because I'm going to be there and I'm going to keep you from doing any more bad because you can't live in fear. And the devil.
What a beautiful line. I think I wrote that as part of my wedding speech. You can't live in fear.
And the devil, in his anger, leaves, and Johnny and Roxanne kind of ride off in the sunset. They're happy, and life goes on, and there's no end credits, and that's the end.
After credit scene? Yeah, Evan Mendez. It's like he's digging for fucking national treasure.
We are definitely...
I don't care. This isn't about the money. I don't care if we get...
Yes, Clarknado. He is really lovable today. Look at him. He's like... He loved it.
That's exactly what Clarknado meant.
So, that was Ghost Rider, guys. So let's talk about it, Omar.
Yeah.
I think I've seen this movie before.
How many times have you seen this? I was going to
I
ask you
think
how
I've
much.
only seen it like maybe once a long, long time ago because everything I just vaguely remember.
You vaguely remember it. I don't think I saw it in the theater. I think we rented it. Like one of my brothers rented it or something.
Oh,
And
this also came out like after
this is 2007, right?
X-Men Last Stand and
Mhm.
Spider-Man, I believe, too. Came out before Spider-Man because I think Spider-Man came out in summer.
Spider-Man. Which one?
3, I believe.
Ooh, man, what a bad year for movies,
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say, for Marvel, it was not one of their stellar years, guys. It was Last Stand. This was not one of their better years.
Okay.
They have made
So
up.
one of the things I think this is true about the movie is that Nicolas Cage is a huge fan of comic books, right?
Yes,
He's a huge fan of comics.
he named his son
And
Kal-El. Of course, he is.
um I think he paid for some of the rights of Ghost Rider. So that's why they made Spirits of Vengeance, because they were about to lose that IP unless they made that movie, which is a horrible movie too.
Well, and it still bombed, and they still got the rights reverted in 2013, so it doesn't matter.
Well, how did this one do?
How did this one do? Hold on, let me look.
Mhm.
Box
Yeah.
Office Mojo.
Yeah, sure.
Ghost Rider. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, how well did this one do?
So domestically, it made 115 million. Internationally, it made 112. So overall, it made 228. So not like its opening weekend only made 45 million. And it was in February. So granted, we know January, February are not typically the months that people release the movies they expect to make big, right? So I'm not surprised it came out when it did. Hellboy came out around that time too, right? Or was it March when we watched Hellboy? I think it was February.
Well, I don't remember. I just remember that
2019 one.
theater. It was just literally you and I in that theater.
Yes, it was. And us and I think an old dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my cat is like all over the place right now.
It's okay. I'm used to doing shows with Maddie.
Yeah, so
I think it
wasn't the biggest Marvel movie of that year because I believe I'm pretty sure that Last Stand made way more than that.
Ugh, and that movie was pretty bad.
And that came out 2006. So it came out the year before, and that made 460 mil worldwide. And then Spider-Man 3 came out in 2007. So that came out after the fact.
Love Amanda has always pages of handwritten notes but can never be bothered to look up this. I do love that. I love asking you, and your face is always the same. Like,
well,
why
Spider-Man.
Why would you ask me?
It's a testament to the Spider-Man franchise because it was the third Spider-Man because it made 894 million worldwide. So I think that's just a testament to the Tobey Maguire, the Sam Raimi franchise itself. So it's hard to compare the two, but obviously that was.
Look at this guy! Shots fired. Black Panther and Captain Marvel came out.
But we're also talking about a different time.
Yeah, this is 2007. Like, not a lot of people.
It was a year before we would get Iron Man, so we didn't have the MCU.
And people that go to watch those movies that don't even enjoy those movies just go watch them because it's part of the MCU. They want to know what's next. It's like watching the longest TV series through a series of movies. I guess the most expensive one.
Jordan, you can't get that, but you can get this.
Do it, Amanda. Do it.
No.
Yes, Amanda, you did. Oh,
you can get that. We don't have emo Spidey, but we do have this awesome gem of a GIF. Okay.
Oh goodness. Thank you for that.
All right.
So as far as the plot, it feels like it was so long before he gets his powers, and I realize it's an origins movie, but I don't know. 2/3 through the movie, he finally gets his powers and does a little bit of things, and then
not a lot.
Afterwards, it's like, well, let's go fight the bad guy. So it feels like that was the plot in this Countrified. I gotta say though, it's like
it is Countrified.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't think that was appropriate. I was like, isn't he really like a Western character? Because that really isn't the vibe I get from him. or like when I've read, and maybe it's because I've read Robbie
Well,
Reyes.
well, Robbie Reyes is obviously from. I mean, the dude has a car. That's different.
Yeah.
Johnny Blaze is your good old boy stunt driver slash. Yeah, I can kind of see a country vibe from Johnny. I get it.
Yes, Michael. I was just talking about that earlier about Ovid watching all of the Nick Cage movies.
Country
Yeah.
fried.
Country fried, chicken fried steak with a little bit of country fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. Okay, that's fine. You have to say out.
Every time you sing, I'm gonna do that. The CG was okay. There were times that it felt a little odd in the way that it was cut. Like, I think they didn't tell the actors exactly, like, especially when he's using his chain on the bad guys, like
Yeah.
not the main bad guys that he's fighting, but like the humans, right?
Yes.
Like, there's a scene where he's doing that, and the actor that's playing the bad guy's trying to get away. He's wrestling before the chain even hits him. So I feel like that was just bad editing. I don't know.
I could tell you my issues with it.
Go ahead. What are your issues and what did you like? Let's talk about what you like first.
What did I like about the film?
Yeah, what did you like about the film? I said the lighting and Catwoman was good.
Oh, my baby. Say hi. Okay. I really enjoyed Sam Elliott. I mean, if you're gonna have a Carter Slade, I mean, he's good as a Carter Slade. Donald Logue always plays a good supporting cast member, so you can't, fault him for that. I like the idea of a Ghost Rider movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I liked this Ghost Rider movie. That's about all I liked. Honestly, it was particularly boring for me. I felt like the character of Johnny Blaze lacked a lot of agency. And you talked about how he didn't have, like, it took him a long time to grow into his powers because they spent so much time developing a backstory. Like, we have to have the narration of what the contract is. Then we have to have young Johnny so we can get his Uncle Ben moment, if you will. And you have to have all these things before and then he doesn't even get the powers. When he flash forwards, it's still going to be another 10 minutes. We had to set up his love interest still before we even get to him finally getting these powers. So it would have been better if he'd already started being started being Ghost Rider after his father had died, and we were to see all, like, the little inklings of that instead of getting to see him learn these powers. Because it made no sense to me that he would stay away from Roxanne all these years. He would never actually exhibit. I do not remember a Stan Lee.
Yeah, so there was no Stan Lee cameo in this movie.
There was,
at least
not.
From what I remember.
I don't know why, but there was not a Stan Lee cameo.
You are dead to me, Hayden. I've seen you in the chat.
Hayden!
I'm looking at the chat. What's going on, man? What are you trying to do? I'm drinking box wine. Don't mess with me.
So
go ahead.
I lost my train of thought for a second. What was I talking about before we?
Tavon's asking, is this a Marvel movie? And it's not part of the MCU. It was just part of the Sonyverse, which is
Columbia Pictures technically, but yeah.
Okay, so it kind of stood alone, kind of like Blade.
Yeah, exactly. Blade also, yes. Blade and this.
This is a good question, Lionheart, but we'll get to it later after we give our stuff.
So, the issue I had with it is that they spent all this time that you never.
Oh, it was a joke. I'm sorry, man. It's hard to read sarcasm.
Shoot. I lost my train of thought now.
I do it all the time.
I know, but what was I talking about? I was talking about lack of agency. Okay, because everything kind of I would have rather wanted to see him already have used the powers and already be Johnny Blaze. Because what was the point? This is where I was going with. What is the point of him spending all those years away from Roxanne when the powers never come to fruition? Does he even know what happened or what the idea is? Like, did the devil just make him? He didn't make him forget Roxanne. Because that's what I thought was going to happen when he touched him and he said, "Forget everyone you love," and he runs away. I thought maybe that's what he was doing, but he didn't forget her. He still remembered her. He just kept away from her because he knew he had this bad thing, but nothing ever happened until that scene. So it didn't make sense to me that he would stay away from everyone he loved up when nothing was happening up until this point when he starts to hear the whispers and then the devil appears. And now it's like, it doesn't make sense to me, right? And so the whole idea of Johnny Blaze's character is, his character building, right? Like his journey. He starts out from here, and yes, he's an anti-hero, but he's still going on a hero's journey. But where is that hero's journey leading? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's not, he just wants to fight the devil at the end of the day. He's like, it's just not strong enough for me. So I was just disappointed overall with how his journey went. Aside from that, the lack of compelling dialogue, a lot of it was generic. Nick Cage is overacting. Eva Mendes is kind of lack of her acting like her. And some plot holes, like why would the devil need something like the contract of Senganza to become more powerful? Because he created the contract. That makes no sense to me. Why did he just ingest the souls to begin with? Why did he create the contract? Just so we can have MacGuffin for his son to later on use? So as you can see, plot in general, I just was like, what the heck? So it was just, and then the action to me, the final scene, he has to defeat Blackheart. It's supposed to be our major villain, and it's the penance stare, and it's just this like flashing of.
What's the penance stare, Amanda? Do it. Do the penance stare.
Okay, that's it.
Wow, you could have been in the Scanners movie. Go ahead.
I should have.
Of course, you're a little off though. You need to go to the Sophie Turner acting school of being Jean Grey when she's trying to move objects.
Okay, yeah. So for me, even the action, like that's how he defeats him. Is just this penance stare, and it's this like, edited like CGI like visions of all these past things. Like, it's not even that graphic. And I know Nick Cage said the movie would have been better if it was rated R. And I'm sorry, Nick Cage, I don't think an R rating would have made the movie better. Should a Ghost Rider movie rated R?
It would have been better as an R-rated movie. Because then we could have gotten scenes like this.
Okay, but would it have made the movie better in general? No, unless they changed, unless they actually had better writing. It's the same issue with Daredevil, and we could go on because the same director wrote and directed it. So there you go. And then there's like issues like the idea of like the father, like the father's legacy, right? Because you have him and his father, Barton Blaze, and you have the devil and Blackheart and their father and son, right?
Totally missed that because I didn't care. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, but it's again, obviously that's a thing. They're supposed to be playing up Blackheart's jealousy of the Ghost Rider, but it's such a half-hearted attempt. It just comes off as you don't even realize it. I realized it because I was paying such close attention to write notes, but you didn't even realize that he was his son.
No, I did. I just didn't care.
Exactly.
It was just so.
Clearly they wanted you to care because they would. Why would they put all that in there if you didn't care? What was Blackheart's motivation if not to be more powerful than his father? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it's such a half-hearted attempt at creating that whole comparison between Barton Blaze and Johnny Blaze and the devil and Blackheart or Mistopheles, whatever.
Mr. Mistopheles, please.
Perfect
movie for Father's Day.
movie for Father's Day.
I had a lot of issues with the movie. I think the CGI was wonky, especially when he's riding. And I realized it's 2007, but then there are some movies that have aged better. Like when he's riding on the motorcycle, it's a superimposed like picture of him. Obviously, he's a stunt driver riding the motorcycle, and I get it. You don't want to kill Nick Cage.
Yeah,
he is a national treasure after all.
He was in National Treasure. That's one of my favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, I love National. I think National Treasure and National Treasure Book of Secrets are my favorite Nick Cage movies.
You need to see Raising Arizona. But
I love you.
I think he's such a weird and complex actor. Like sometimes he's so good, and then sometimes he's just. Peggy Sue Got Married is the epitome of what Nicolas Cage is to me as an actor. He's so weird. And then in this movie, it's like his idea of acting young, because he is younger. Like, he's supposed to be a younger guy, right? Like, what is he, in his 50s right there? is like talking a little bit slower and
Yeah.
just not being all there. That's his idea of being young.
And that's what I thought. Like the accent, right? I was like, what is wrong with his accent? He's when he
Okay.
talks, he sounds.
See, I was gonna Raz brings up a good point. I was gonna mention things like this.
Yes.
No movie, and I mean no movie, has any
Yes.
excuse to have bad
He's
CGI
good
after
point.
Terminator 2. It is an excellent point, but not all movies have the same budget, right?
Yes.
It really depends on how big the budget is or what they end up spending the money on. Leaving Las Vegas is good. Like there are some really good Nicolas Cage flicks that he's just really great in, and then other times it's like
I heard Mandy was great. I haven't seen it.
yeah, man, he's good,
But I haven't
but
seen it.
other times it's just like, what are you doing, man? Not the bees, not the bee. Oh my god, the remake of Wicker Man, like that is that, or like that's not the same guy that did Face Off. Like it's so weird. But anyway, that's a whole different episode. The complexity of Nick Cage. And
Yeah,
yes,
that would
Leo,
make us all go
Nick Cage
crazy
was
as
in Astro Boy. You are right.
that would make us all go as crazy as it made Ovid in Community.
So, I had the biggest problem with him because he drained the character of Johnny Blaze for me.
I mean, he could have
I
made
didn't
it.
find him interesting at all.
No,
I
he
didn't
was
care about his relationship to his girl. I didn't care
Well,
about him.
they did not have good chemistry. I will give you that.
I didn't like
Lack of
his
chemistry.
relationship with his father, who was also in. Was he in?
Well,
Was
now
that the guy in
Bart
Joker?
Yeah, he was. I said that in the beginning.
Yeah,
He was Thomas Wayne. Yes, he was also in Dark Knight Rises.
love adaptation.
Yeah. No, he didn't have a good chemistry. Well, he wasn't actually in any scenes with Barton Blaze. It was the younger kid who was in it. Yeah, but again, like any.
But
scene,
no.
like,
As a story goes, there's no relationship there. Like there's no chemistry with the actors.
No, yeah, it would lacked a lot of chemistry in a lot of things. And when he would talk to Ava Mendes, like just the way he would deliver the lines felt so forced and overacted.
Because that was his definition of young, right?
And they should have hired a younger actor. They should have used the kid who played like
No. But that was the issue. Is he wanted this role? This was a big thing for somebody that's a comic book creator, or I'm sorry, a comic book fan, and also an actor, right?
Yeah.
Like look at Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is a diehard comic book fan, and when the role of Daredevil came open, he did it, and it was just not that great. Now he killed it as Batman, and I may be alone saying that, but I love his Batman.
Not. I agree. I love his Batman, and I've sad that we're not getting more of it.
Well, I don't know. We're getting the Zack Snyder cut. Whatever. I don't know. There was just I had a lot of issues with the movie. Was it fun? And that's another thing. Like,
but it wasn't that fun.
It was okay.
It was okay. That scene that we talked about with him and Carter riding off was probably my favorite scene out of the whole movie.
Absolutely. That scene was awesome. I wish we had gotten more of that.
Like, why did he leave Carter and not like train with him, right? To learn his powers. He's like, I don't need you. I'm gonna go. Like, it just all of it. There were so many missed opportunities to make the film better, even if it had Nick Cage in it, that I just felt like they just dropped the ball in so many areas. And the whole and Roxanne, and I know at the time throwing in a love interest was a big thing in the mid 2000s. I get it.
Well, you didn't know who you were catering to, right? You were still trying to get people in there. So if you're gonna they knew that guys would go see it. It's a superhero movie, but how do you get their wives to go see it? I mean,
make her the go-getter.
This is what executives.
A reporter, which is what she played in Hitch. I mean, it's the same exact character. Like, that's what she is. I mean, I didn't even get the sense that she used to be from some backwoods, like Hickville desert town in the western part of the world, of the country. Like, she was just Ava Mendes being Ava Mendes as a reporter. Like,
Mendes being Ava Mendes.
Oh my gosh. Now, if it was like Reese Witherspoon, that I would believe 100%.
Reese Witherspoon. Look, Reese Witherspoon could not pull that look off right there. Smart and sexy.
A country girl that goes to New York City and makes it big, right? That's what she is. Like, if that's the vibe they were trying to go for, I didn't get that from Ava Mendes' character. Clearly, that woman is gorgeous and doesn't need to be in roles like that.
So,
it just, yeah, it was disappointing, and I
Now,
don't think
the scary part or the funny part is one day we're gonna have to watch Spirits of Vengeance, and I remember that movie being just complete ass.
yeah,
This movie was better than that, so I have to save my lowest score for Spirit of Vengeance. So for me, this movie, I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of. It's a 5 out of 10. There were some fun parts about it, but that's my score. What about you? What would you give this?
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. What about you, wonderful people in the
In the
chat
chat, what do you
tonight?
guys think?
What did you all think if you've seen this movie? If you even remember it?
Wait, wait a minute. Hold on, Great Garloo. For women to come and see Ghostwriter, it would have had to have been someone like Renee Zellweger or someone not threatening. No, no, no. Because keep in mind,
He's right though. Evan Mendez is pretty threatening. Look,
no,
that is a
no, no.
Latina woman and
Wait.
threatening.
Hitch came out in
Here we go.
2005,
Here we go.
and that is the movie that I know her best from. And that movie is one of my favorite movies. Okay, stop. Really? And
You were on a roll.
and if you have, it doesn't matter. She's not threatening to women. She's just, it was a weird role for her to be in, and she had to play opposite Nick Cage, and the two of them don't have good chemistry. But besides that, I mean, it has nothing to do with her. Like, women don't go see the film because of her. They won't go see it because, it's Ghost Rider. And I know the women, I know the women that we're probably thinking of. They would see Hitch with her in it because it's a rom-com. They will not see Ghost Rider because it's not a rom-com.
Show with the 10 out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean Desuk. It is a 10 out of 10.
Not enough Nick Cage.
Oh my gosh, her in those scenes, she is hilarious in Hitch, and that came out in 2005. So no, she is not threatening. If anyone had seen her in Hitch, which a lot of people did, because that movie made a lot of money, I don't think a lot of women would have found her threatening in 2007. Thank you, Jack.
I don't find Ava Mendes threatening at all.
Okay, well, he's not.
Like,
I have to speak as a woman.
I could speak as a man and say Ava Mendes. I'm drinking box wine, and I think she would drink bourbon. Oh, she is pretty threatening though. If she's drinking bourbon and I'm drinking box wine. Maybe I need to rethink that. Much like Evan Mendes' butt cheeks. What? Oh, come on now. My girl was doing
We're
squats.
not judging a woman's body on this show tonight, guys.
Not tonight. That's for another night.
That's for not for this night. Michael, Sean, Amanda's threatened by short summaries. They are my kryptonite.
They are. She can't.
I get lost. If we don't have a summary for me to keep track of what I want to talk about, I do. I kind of find myself unable to progress in my analysis of whatever we're doing. Because it's good to relive what we experienced.
Where is my Salma Hayek gif, Amanda? Boy, if I had a mutant power right now to reach across the goddamn internet, I'd choke the life out of you.
Okay, Greg.
That took me a long time to find it.
Garloo, how many women leave their husband alone with? It doesn't matter. I mean, what women would leave their husband alone with?
Yeah, my wife would leave me alone with Ava Mendes because we're Latin. We're Latin.
I mean, her being attractive has nothing to do with women not seeing Ghost Rider. Trust me.
What's up, Chris? We haven't seen you for a while, brother. Salma Hayek. Yeah. We want Salma. Amanda.
Well, you're going to have to look it up if it's going to happen.
I can't believe my girl. You might ride and die, man. Like, why would you delete that, dude?
No, but I did leave. I did leave this.
You can't go into a man. You can't go into a man's gifts and then delete stuff.
Oh, I also left that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was totally worth it.
Yeah, I left this. Milvio.
yeah, that's a good one. Salma's a better actress than
she is a great actress.
Hey,
Lyndon.
No, we're on a live stream, Amanda.
Alicia's here.
Tom Cruise versus Ghost Rider. That's such an interesting question. I don't
Cruise
even
in
know how to.
general?
It's, Tom Cruise does his own stunts. So did Ghost Rider.
Scientology. Say hi to Alicia.
Say hello. Hola. Okay, anda con tu mami. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I know she can't hear you either because
Yep.
we have our headphones in. Okay, she has to go.
Leaving Las Vegas is awful. Daredevil's underrated. I don't know how to answer that. I feel like the kids need their own stream. Me versus Tom Holland. Did we decide who would win between Tom Cruise and Ghost Rider?
Tom Cruise because he has Scientology on his side.
Ghost Rider has the spirit of. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I've had Melanie. Let me get your daughter.
Huh? Well, I know she can't hear you either.
Yeah, she can't hear you either.
Here, go play. Say bye and go play.
Hi, little Melanie. Would you leave your lady alone in a room with Chris Evans?
Would you?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think Chris Evans Melanie's type though.
No,
Mm-hmm.
she's more about that.
Lyndon freaked out when she saw that. Wait, look at Lyndon's face.
You like that, Lyndon?
You like
That's
that?
cute.
You know who that is, Lyndon?
Weird. This is turning into a kid show.
Another version of Spider-Man. Okay, go. You
Billy
go.
Collins, though. Yes. My man knows what's up.
So that's our synopsis and review of Ghost Rider, guys. I'm glad you guys selected this one and not Spirit of Vengeance, though.
Yeah. I have a feeling that we're gonna have to watch Spirit of Vengeance sometime.
Yes.
So what would y'all like us to cover next week? What would y'all like to do?
Because we've done a lot of Marvel movies.
Ooh, Catherine Zeta-Jones and Zorro. Yes. Daughter's behind me.
Matt Simpson, would you leave a man in a room, Elijah Wood? Sure, yeah, I would.
They could go on a quest together to find some freaking ring. That's fun.
He's so adorable with his like stubby fingernails that are always coated in cigarette.
You knew that were Peter Jackson's fingers, right?
Like they were his fingernails.
Oh, yes, they were.
No, they weren't. I've read it. Oh no, I mean just in general. No, I mean in real life, that's what he is. Because I read a lot of like. You read a lot of like those magazine articles, and they talk about
what magazine are you reading that they talk about people's stubby fingers?
They talk about his like Rolling Stones. They'll talk about his like fingernails coated with like the ash from his cigarette butts because Elijah Wood smokes a lot. So
he does. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How would the girls do with Studio? Oh, my daughters love Studio Ghibli. The only one we haven't seen is Grave of the Fireflies yet because
Hey, talk about cosplaying as Sasuke and May.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Studio Ghibli, both of my daughters played as Sasuke and May from cosplay. What'd I say? Play. I said cosplay as Sasuke and May from My Neighbor Totoro. I got it. Roger Corman's FF movie. We thought about that, but then we thought maybe like it wasn't fair to do that one because it was never fully finished, right? So we wanted to make it fair.
You want Alicia? Well, maybe we can talk after this is over. I think we should do maybe like a non-big two superhero. Because we've done a lot of Marvel recently. But we haven't done a non-DC Marvel superhero in a minute, right? Because we did, last three we've done have been Ghost Rider, Fantastic Four, Howard the Duck. Which
I mean, we can go back to DC.
We can go back to DC, so we can do something a little bit more modern. We can.
Where's Cash?
Where's Cash? He's with Elena at home.
No, like where's Ryder?
Barbed Wire. I like that.
Where's Strider?
Spawn.
I don't know where Strider is, honey. Ask Omar.
He's upstairs, honey.
He's upstairs.
Yep.
What? Here, go play with the puppies. Kenobi's scared. Go keep him company. Okay.
Smotlock is right. Most of the non-big two are bad. What did Lantern say, by the way?
Good.
Next week's video, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, or Super Mario Brothers. You know what? I'm good with that. Are you good with that?
Yeah, that would be interesting. Because I've seen Super Mario Brothers, but I don't think I've seen He-Man.
My wife loves Super Mario Brothers. What's that?
Is He-Man on Peacock?
I have no idea. I actually own it, so I mean, what
Well,
monster doesn't own it? Hey Ryan, we've done the Phantom.
yes, you can
We
check
did
out
that
that
about 2
episode
months ago.
if Omar
Cool
has the
World. I
playlist.
love that movie. I don't care if it's bad, it's bad. But also, it's not a comic book, right? So, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I put up on the poll TMNT3, TMNT by Michael Bay and Howard the Duck, and then Howard the Duck won, which is
Plus we won.
crazy.
Oh no, it's just the new Adventures of He-Man's on Peacock, not actually.
Yeah, we can do mess. But the interesting thing is, you're going into it never have seen a He-Man episode, right?
Yeah.
I'm going into it like live or die.
It's kind of like how
when
I
I was
was
a kid.
seeing that Transformers movie for the first time, and I was like,
You're a trooper though. You've always been a trooper. Omar and Amanda, when you guys are not talking during movies, I tell you what, my girl loves those kitty litter snacks.
I love Snowcast. Yes,
She loves
thank you
Snowcast.
for remembering. We get it every time. Omar usually just gets popcorn when we go to movies. He's good with that, or Reese's penis pieces.
Did you say Reese's penis?
Yeah,
I do not get
penises.
Reese's penis.
He loves Reese's penis.
I'm like E.T. I love
Like-
Reese's Pieces, man.
Wait,
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm so bad at it. I was watching a lot
You're
of.
so bad.
I was. I was watching a lot
Where's
of.
the stream going?
I
We've
was
lost.
watching a lot of community outtakes, and I realized that they are so dirty that I was like, I'm surprised. Like, shoot, their jokes got super dirty real quick. There's a lot of penis jokes in community outtakes.
At least you're keeping it classy and cool by saying, penis.
Mhm.
Omar, we need to do Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, man, for sure. We were thinking of ideas because eventually we're going to run out of bad movies that were rated bad. By the way, if you're tuning in now, please tune in Saturday.
Yes.
I love that you got everybody's attention now. Now we got more viewers than we had the entire damn
I am keeping
night
it clean.
happen.
I
that
can't
should've
even do
been
it
a thumbnail.
properly, so it doesn't matter.
All right. More importantly, everybody, please don't. While you're here, don't
Thank
forget
you,
to
Jay.
like. So on Saturday, we're Amanda is joining me here live for a giveaway and also the Q&A that I do every Saturday.
A lot of giveaways.
So yeah, there's gonna be like 4 or 5 prizes. One of the games we're gonna play is Amanda Bingo.
Amanda Bingo. And we will be posting images of different bingo cards on Facebook and Instagram, and if we can, on the community on YouTube. So on Friday. So make sure you check that out. Pick out one of your bingo cards. Keep track as you watch our live stream on Saturday. And you might get to win a cool, awesome prize. We've got some really cool stuff in store. So if you are used to watching me and Omar together, now's the time to cash in on that bad boy. And
It's a
Hayden,
hoot.
your comment on Instagram didn't count because I did talk about CrossFit on my Instagram story. But it has to be during the live.
You took a damn selfie during the live. You
Wait, Hayden, what's on the bingo
What's
cards?
the bingo
I might
cards?
be putting you on the bingo cards with your Catwoman. So you beware, buddy.
Oh, okay. If you're working on Saturday, by the
No,
way,
he means
what?
like I have to work for a giveaway.
Oh, sorry.
I guess I actually do work to
Guys, I'm keeping it classy and cool and drinking box wine, okay?
He says he has to.
Okay, you have to work. You have to work for a
You have
giveaway.
to work. Not all of them. Some giveaways will do a random
Yeah,
generator.
we'll do random. Amanda's got it all figured out. She's back.
But for a couple of them, we'll do the Amazing Amanda Bingo. For the big prize, do you want to tell them what the big prize is for them to tune in?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a couple of Omnis away. I
Yes.
think one of them is the Batman Black and White Omnibus, and then the Wolverine Omnibus, the COVID-19 variant. So,
Great.
and it's
great
open to anybody overseas too.
Yes. My Instagram is.
Are we really plugging your Instagram right now?
Yeah,
My God,
I'll put it in the comments.
There you go. There you go. Put it in the
I
comment.
can't write it on screen. There you
When's
go.
this giveaway? Oh, Saturday, man. Saturday.
I put it in the comments. It's
It'll
on
be
Saturday, starting at 11 a.m.
a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. You're there already, brother. I know most of you people are there. And for you all that cannot make it live on that day,
Yes.
I'm keeping maybe one of the Omnis I'll give away is like a comment, like just leave a comment and we'll do a random number generator and I'll be happy to give those away. So, we love you guys and we haven't really done a giveaway in a while because we can't get together, but Amanda and I are family, so We
Our
get
kids get
together.
together, and
Yeah.
he watches my child sometimes. So
No,
it's
not
all
when
right.
I'm drinking.
Not when he's drinking. During the day when I'm at work and he's doing more videos.
Yes. Lasso of Georgetown.
Lass of Georgetown.
I cannot believe this. All right.
Like a bonnie lass.
Oh, like that's what that means. Remember, if it's classy
Yeah.
and cool, it must be near mid. That's right, my brother
That's
Peter.
right. Thank you,
My-
Peter. You're
My
right.
boy Peter tunes in all the way from Australia, where he's got those cool Panini trades and hardcovers. Man, I'm so jealous of that. Cough, cough, cough. Old guard. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wait.
Okay. Yes.
Well, we have everybody's attention.
Also, other updates. Shoot, we have so many updates today. We haven't got.
It's like Unsolved Mysteries, like the old school.
Yeah.
Never
Go ahead,
mind.
Omar. Go ahead. Tell them that.
No, dude, this is you.
Okay, so we do want to plan to do a watch party. I think, is it next week we're trying to do that?
Either when you. Well, I want to do it. I'm
Well, here's the
serious.
thing.
If New Mutants drops, you
it's
ain't going to CrossFit.
So
and I'm going.
tomorrow, at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, New Mutants is having a panel with the director and the cast on San Diego Comic-Con at Home, right? So if anyone hasn't done so, get on San Diego Comic-Con's website, check out their schedule. They have a lot of everything's free, and you go to like the scheduling app, and they'll once it goes live, you can have access to the YouTube video, and you can actually view a lot of the panels and stuff they plan to do for Comic-Con, but they couldn't because of COVID. So please check it out because there's a lot of stuff happening. But one thing that's happening tomorrow is the New Mutants panel at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we've heard some rumors that they'll announce they're going to be putting out on streaming. Whether or not they put it out directly immediately following the panel or the next day, we don't know. Canadian Invincible Comics, you are watching.
Come on, man. Come on.
People watch director's commentary for a reason, right? That is what's like watching a movie with me and Omar.
And I've directed plenty of movies in my time. Thank you so much. Old Reader, New Reader is my favorite. Thanks to the two of you. Oh, thanks, Jordan.
We appreciate it,
man. Thank you so much. Much love back to you, man. Is this for U.S. customers only? No. I love all of you guys, and I'm willing to pay. We have Patreon.
International too.
We have Patreon for this reason, so we can pay for shipping overseas. Yeah, that's the reason why I started doing Patreon.
Redbubble, all that stuff, all those extra income.
Of course, this is open to overseas. So you all are the first to hear about it. We're gonna announce it on Thursday or Friday sometime, whenever the hell that is. So yeah, it's open to everybody. But I want to give back. Giving away a bunch of trades and stuff. People always ask me, like, what do you do with all those trades? I give them away. Like, seriously, I pick every month. I give trades away. I don't know if any of you all have won them, but I pick sometimes a random comment to give away trades. So this time, for $25K, I figured we'd give away some stuff.
Yeah. So anyways, so if that is actually what comes to fruition, we would want to try to do a Netflix or a watch party of New Mutants. Obviously, if it does not come to fruition, then our plan is to do a watch party of Old Guard. So we're kind of up in the air on the exact time frame when the watch party will be. It'll depend on what we find out tomorrow.
Hey, for real though, To Kill a Mockingbird 2, Two Birds with One Bullet, was a lot better than their movie. Me and Matt Thompson's movie was so much better than their movie. Just saying. Looking forward to the watch party with Louise. Heard so many stories of Amanda's reactions. Yeah, they're priceless. A watch party is not a watch party until we're watching some horror films, though. That's the real watch party.
I can't watch. It's so rough, guys. Ugh.
I can't even watch a 2-minute video on YouTube without freaking out.
It still gives me nightmares. This is what happened. We had a party for his cousin his brother over the weekend, and they decided they wanted to show me horror shorts on YouTube. And I had to sleep with the light on in my bathroom because I kept seeing the image of the bedfellows scary person, or I would turn the lights off and I swear I would see someone's shadow from that one.
Okay, no doubt. I get freaked out too, Amanda. And here's the thing. Before you go to bed, you need to embed something into your brain. Before you go to bed, right? So do yourself a favor. Yep. Do yourself a favor. Get lost in that.
No.
And you won't have any nightmares.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I'm just trying to do you a solid.
Thank you for that.
I'm trying to do you a solid.
Oh, see,
Ahmed is a
non-nerd,
weenie
same.
just like
Thank
me.
you. Yep.
Yep, we watched Lights Out. She watched that short. Yep.
And that was rough for me. And it was only a 2-minute short. It wasn't like watching a whole movie.
I'm a big fan of horror shorts, and like my daughter's watching them now, and then it's cute because Amanda does this, and my daughter does this. Like she closes her ears, and Amanda's doing this. It's like
I
see
don't
no
care.
evil, hear no
I
evil.
can't. Yeah, exactly. It's
Omar gets Sam Salma back, dude.
next.
I can't believe that was done. Like that's dirty. I wouldn't do you dirty. I kept Cavill in there.
Kat Dennings. I don't know why you're upset about this.
You ever get rid of my cat, you gone. I'll replace you with. I ain't got nobody else. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you don't.
I hate it because I don't like clowns. Amanda and Omar, you guys should definitely talk during a scary movie so Amanda doesn't get scared. That's her secret. She tries. We got the lights on and everything, and she's still like, "Oh my god!"
When we saw Invisible Man, and I know it's more of a thriller than a scary movie, but I remember talking a lot during Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss.
That movie was so disappointing. The Lights Out movie, right? The short that made it into a movie. They never should have done that. That was ridiculous.
Some things should be short for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Omar, give Eva Mendes. She would absolutely get lost in her. I don't think it's her type.
Yeah, I don't think it's my type either.
Yep. Omar, read my Q&A.
He wants to know if we're going to do Astro Boy or Sheena for next week. Leo,
No.
I think we did, but I think we decided on choosing between He-Man, Master of the Universe.
I'm drinking. You're paying attention. This is your
and
show.
Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
What'd you say? Super who?
Super Mario Brothers.
Who the fuck is the Super Mario Brothers? Super Mario. Come on now, it's a me. He doesn't say it's a me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario. Oh, you're right.
Yep. Salma's her type. That's why she had to delete her. It opened up a box. So yes, we should review other type of movies.
Yes.
That I think somebody had suggested like manga and things like that. So, Leo brought up Astro Boy, so I'm sure one day we would do Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my favorite Tezuka manga. So, which Astro Boy though? You talking about like the CG Astro Boy? Because
that's what I keep thinking of. Is that Astro Boy?
I think that is the latest Astro Boy movie.
Yeah, because that's the one I think I remember seeing.
Mario Brothers.
What
about The Last Airbender? See, not based on a comic book, but maybe one day, right?
They have comics.
Yeah, but it's not based on. Well, I mean, we can always use loopholes because there's things like Creepshow. Creepshow's not based on a comic book,
was Super Mario Brothers based on a comic or before it was a video game?
That's the loophole. No. The loophole is that it was a comic book, but before the movie came out. So there you go.
Gotcha.
Oh, dude, what did you think of the Berserk movies? My wife is doing the overview of Berserk Volume 5 tomorrow.
That's
the hardcover. Yeah, what did you think of the Berserk movies? Because I think they're great.
Are you talking to me? I didn't know if you were talking to
I don't know who I'm talking to anymore. I need to just stop talking. Omar's suddenly getting strict on the it's the drink. It's the drink.
I found Berserk extremely compelling, but that ending, man, that threw me through a loop. That tore me up.
I want to really do Berserk for older new reader. I know we've got August already. Yeah. Like, I'll look at Maddie's list and then we can talk about it. So yeah, because I think everybody should be reading Berserk. Like, it's my favorite manga, so I want it to keep going forever.
I want to read it because I've only ever seen the anime, so I don't know.
What in the hell? Where are you from? It's Mario and anime.
I was trying to do it correctly.
Omar's getting soccer mom wasted.
Yes.
I coached soccer for a while, so I guess that makes sense. When was Amanda channeling De Niro? Were you channeling my boy
I
De
guess
Niro?
I was. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what did you say?
I don't know.
Ooh, Tank Girl's so good. Like that's a good suggestion. Not that is a great
Yeah.
movie or anything, but that's a good suggestion. Um, yep, yep. Tavon, that's how you pronounce it. Anime.
I always say anime, but then I thought someone else
Who
say
corrected you? No one says
anime?
that.
Okay, it's anime. Okay, that's what I
It's
maybe it's like
on. I love look at all these
okay, guys.
on. Don't ever say it again that way. Like never again.
Never again. I think I might just on purpose.
Are you talking to me? Like, oh, that was it. That's when you were like, are you talking to me?
Yeah, that's right. I was channeling De Niro.
Are you talking? You were. How do you say the books that are based
manga?
on?
I know it's not
Like,
manga.
okay,
I used to say manga until I met, I think, Tina or you, and I learned that it was manga, and I was like, oh, that's going to be hard to adjust. But I did.
You know, I am never one to correct people. Like, I'm not the actually guy because I hate those people.
I'm
There's a drunken secret. No, oh, what a good question.
Ryu or Ryu? For what?
Come on now, Hadouken.
Oh,
Where's that?
Street Fighter.
Oh, that's my. See, she's cool.
I always think of Corey, and I think of Dragon Ball Z.
No, it's Kamehameha, but we're gonna let that slide. We're
Okay.
gonna let that slide. Oh, good question. Good question for you. How do you say that word?
Xavier.
My girl. Oh yeah, she's in, guys. She's in. She's in. She's cool.
Hadouken. I always think of the song "Levitate." I think because their name is Hadouken. The people that sing the song, or the not singers, but they're techno.
Hey, Ace.
Oh my god, that is an awesome avatar, Ace McGrath.
I love you.
Thank you for putting that in your
Thank you for putting. I did get a haircut. Yeah, I did. I finally got a haircut, and I went ahead, and shaved a little bit. But Amanda said I need to grow my beard back out. She's got a thing for beards now, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Mustaches. My husband cut his beard off and got this mustache thing, and he looks like a molester.
There's, like I said, there's only a handful of people that can pull off a mustache.
He got the mustache, and then he got his hair cut by the wrong person, and it's really short because he's military, and they really super tall on top. And he's like, I've been thinking forever about who I looked like, and he's like, I realized who I look like. I look like Jim Carrey from that Fun with Dick and Jane movie. I was like, you do? Oh, you need to shave that so much right now. Oh, it looks terrible.
We should do a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Those were fun movies.
We haven't done any of those.
But there were some bad ones too.
Like video games. We could expand upon animated movies turned into live action. Because I know a lot of people have feelings about a lot of those.
I was trying to find a Green Lantern. I swear I was.
I can show off Chris Evans' beard right here. I mean, I got that for you. Yeah, look at it. Oh my god. That is
acting, right? He's thinking. What a great actor.
He's modeling right now for
right. Look at that. Casually pushing her glasses up. She's so smart.
Anyways,
Anyways.
The point where we've lost things to talk about, and we tell everyone to watch us next week.
Dude, I no.
He's had a
I think no, I never in my life would ever go into public. Yeah, I did do that. So I think
evil.
Every man that has ever shaved, that's the first thing you do. Like when you shave your beard off, let's see what it looks like with a mustache, and then you realize, nope, keep going.
You got it.
Because there's certain things that you cannot say or do when you have a mustache, and like I said, because there's only a handful of people that can pull it off.
Ron.
Chris Evans is trying to.
Did everyone watch him? Did everyone watch the Scott Pilgrim table read recently that Entertainment Weekly had?
Somebody messaged me that.
It was pretty cool seeing everyone get together. Even Brandon Routh actually had his costume.
Oh, he did? Man, he went all out.
And the crazy, everyone was saying like everyone's like, I'm just impressed how Brandon looks like he doesn't even age. And they're like, it's his vegan superpowers. I was like, that's awesome. Because he doesn't look. Okay, Brie Larson wasn't there because she couldn't be, but like Anna Kendrick was there.
What do you mean she couldn't be? Everybody should be at home.
I know, right? I don't know why she couldn't make it. Even
what is Brie Larson doing that nobody else is doing?
She started.
Okay, wait a minute now. My boy Chris said he used to rock a mustache. What's up? What's up now?
Pictures of that. Yes.
I had a military porn stash till I was about 20.
That's amazing. Yes. Military men in there. Huntress was there. Yes, she was there. I can't think of her name off the top of my head because it was on the top of my tongue. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Yes, she was there. Yeah. I
like her.
Only Brie Larson and Kieran Culkin were not there.
Brie Larson was doing her own YouTube.
Yeah, she has her YouTube show that she's been working on since probably why she could.
We're competing against Brie Larson. See, that's what I hate about COVID. Everybody's complaining about COVID.
Forever. Like Josh Gad. Like he did it for a while and he stopped. Or like,
Josh Gad had the cast of Lord of the Rings.
Oh my
God.
God.
The hell am I gonna pull?
That was phenomenal.
That's not fair.
I know it's not
you can't compete against people like that. Okay, I'll pull. Nope, Ron Jeremy's been accused. We canceled him too. No, I can't. I'm not gonna do it. I did meet Ron Jeremy when I was working in Florida. He was at a bar, and I had nothing for him to sign, and I was so scared. I was like, "Mr. Jeremy, I'm a huge fan of your work," and I had was a coaster. Yes. I grew up watching that guy's films.
His pornos?
Did you call him pornos? Where are you? How old are you? 70?
Yeah.
He signed a coaster for me. He was playing pool. He's a cool guy. I mean, I guess not anymore. I don't know what's going on. Hey guys, I'm not watching your next. Was it really that bad? Why not, Leo?
Why?
Why, man? Because we're not doing Astro Boy?
We will do those at some point. We just decided to do the other one of the other two.
Is Omar really talking about?
Yes, he is really talking about.
Guys, I'm drinking and I'm open. So yeah. Of course, I don't mind sharing that story. Don't call those films. I'm a huge fan of it.
Thank you.
I mean, there were some things in there. Anyway.
Anyways, okay.
That was I was in Florida, and you wanted us to do Astro Boy, man. Well, we got to put that up on the poll, and people have to vote. That's how it works, man. It's not just our choice; it's everybody's choice. So that's how it works. So, come back, man. Come back. Where are you from, Leo? Just out of curiosity. I've seen you in the live chats before. I was wondering where you were from. I'm drinking and open. What's my mentor in college? The tables have turned, Amanda. I don't like this.
What do you mean?
Like, it's usually me being quiet, listening to you.
I know. Well, we're just talking.
We need to bring Salma back. It's what the people.
Oh, I know. Tevon said he's going to protest. Tevon, I apologize.
Somebody hashtag that, please.
Bring Salma back. If it starts trending, everyone's like, why?
Dennis Reynolds. Oh, dude. Thank you so much. Big fan of Always Sunny. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Nah, screw it. I don't care. The Dennis system. I've got that thing down. Like, I've shown my friends that. Like, we joke about things like, I love the Dennis system. Oh, man. Yes. I miss drunk Amanda. I do too.
I know. I only had 2 beers, though.
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe I'll day drink. Maybe I'll day drink on the live episode because we're not gonna have kids around.
11 o'clock.
Day drinking ain't never early enough to drink.
You're from Missouri, brother? I didn't know that.
Wow,
okay, what? No, it's not. It's not. It is not close by at all. What are you talking about? Bring back Omar's babes. Hashtag Salma. Look. All the people have spoken, Amanda.
God.
Amanda's ran out of synopsis notes. That's why Omar can talk.
True. I went through all of these.
Nah, for real though, she's my superstar, man. I couldn't do this without this. Wait, who said that?
What?
Somebody mute Omar's mic. All right, I'll mute my own damn mic. That's how much of a man I am.
Wait, you're muting your mic now? What are we going to talk about? I think that this might be the end of the show. I do not hate on Selma. I was just trying to consolidate, Shonda Sook, all the it gets a little tedious scrolling through. If you were on StreamYard, you'd understand. It gets a little tedious scrolling through to get to the gift that I want. So I was just trying to let go of some of them. I kept all of his favorite ones. It's not like...
I love that you're treating me like a little kid. I kept all his favorite little busty women in there.
But it's all good in the hood.
It's all good in the it's all good in the hood. And your comment about pornos earlier.
Oh man,
you can't make that up, man. That's wonderful. All right, so yeah. On that note, Amanda got some new subscribers to her Instagram.
Thank you, Great Garlu. Luis, I also saw that you had also subscribed to my Instagram. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No, dude, the Salma and Penelope Cruz and Bandidas. Chesticles for all. See my man trying to suck those. What's up?
Yeah, chesticles for all.
His pornos. Are you taking another selfie?
No, all these people were following me on Instagram, so I was just Brian Blue Thunder. Thank you.
All these people. You know what? I'm gonna take a break from social media. I'm gonna let Amanda do my social media.
He is gonna let me do his social media. I'm just better at it than he is. That's okay. Everyone has their strengths.
Yep. So, on that note, do your thing, Amanda.
Okay.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, do that.
Yes, and don't forget, live show at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Check out, if you want to participate in the bingo giveaway, we'll be posting the images for the bingo. We'll probably post also links to it in the chat as well on that day of, but also on our social media channels. So on that note, remember, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at @NearMintCon. Remember that we also do have a Patreon, so if you want to support us, check out our Patreon with Near Mint Condition. If you want any awesome Near Mint Condition merchandise, check out our links on Redbubble and get some cool NMC gear. And remember, guys, if it's classy and cool, it must be Near Mint. Have a good evening, and we will see you all on Saturday. Adios.
Wow, adios. Look at you, Salma Hayek. I wish I still had that GIF. Oh, I gotta end this.